Welcome to the Inspirational Living podcast, brought to you in part by Book of Zen, makers of inspirational fashion and gift ideas. Visit them online at bookofzen.com. Today's podcast has been edited and adapted from Keys to Success by B.C. Forbes, published in 1918. Nobody can hand you a ready-made key to open the door of success. You must fashion your own key and find the combination of the lock for yourself. No magician can waft you to the heights of fortune and fame. You cannot fly there on the wings of an airplane. The road, often rocky, has to be traversed on foot. You and you alone can supply the motive power. You and you alone must put forth the necessary exertion. No one can remove from your shoulders the burden of the effort. You must do your own climbing. Nor are there any mystic shortcuts. The full distance must be honestly, even painstakingly traveled. While there are no escalators to the hilltop of success, and while every man and woman must do his or her own climbing, yet there is a right road to travel, and it all depends on you. Your success depends upon you. Your happiness depends upon you. You have to steer your own course. You have to shape your own fortune. You have to educate yourself. You have to do your own thinking. You have to live with your own conscience. Your mind is yours and can be used only by you. You come into the world alone. You go to the grave alone. You are alone with your inner thoughts during the journey in between. You must make your own decisions. You must abide by the consequences of your acts. You alone can regulate your habits and make or unmake your health. You alone can assimilate things mental and things material. You have to do your own assimilation all through life. You may be taught by a teacher, but you have to imbibe the knowledge. Your teacher cannot transfuse it into your brain. You alone can control your mind cells and your brain cells. You may have spread before you the wisdom of the ages, but unless you assimilate it, you derive no benefit from it. No one can force it into your cranium. You alone can move your own legs. You alone can use your own arms. You alone can utilize your own hands. You alone can control your own muscles. You must stand on your own feet, physically and metaphorically. You must take your own steps. Your parents cannot enter into your skin, take control of your mental and physical machinery, and make something of you. You cannot fight your sons' or your daughters' battles. That they must do for themselves. You have to be the captain of your own destiny. You have to see through your own eyes. You have to use your own ears. You have to master your own faculties. You have to solve your own problems. You have to form your own ideals. You have to create your own ideas. You must choose your own speech. You must govern your own tongue. Your real life is your thoughts. Your thoughts are of your own making. Your character is your own handiwork. You alone can select the materials that go into it. You alone can reject what is not fit to go into it. You are the creator of your own personality. You can be disgraced by no person's hand but your own. You can be elevated and sustained by no person save yourself. You have to write your own record. You have to build your own monument or dig your own pit. Which one are you doing? Now that I've given you a moment to answer that question, let me ask you a riddle about life and success. Listen to the following series of statements. Who or what am I talking about? I am the foundation of all business. I am the fount of all prosperity. I am the parent, most times, of genius. I am the salt that gives life its savor. I am the sole support of the poor. The rich who try to do without me deteriorate, languish, and fill premature graves. I am the primeval curse, yet a blessing without which no healthy man or woman can be happy. Nations that woo me ardently rise. Nations that neglect me die. I alone have raised men and women up from the ranks and maintained them in positions of prominence. I am the friend and guide of every worthy young adult. If you value me, no prize or place is beyond your reach. If you slight me, you can have no enviable end. I am the sole ladder that leads to the land of success. Sometimes people curse me, seeing in me an arch enemy, but without me, life turns bitter and meaningless and goalless. I must be loved before I can bestow my greatest blessings and achieve my greatest ends. Loved, I make life sweet and purposeful and fruitful. Fools hate me, wise souls love me. I can do more to advance a youth than can the richest of parents. I am the support of the millions, indirectly the support of all. I am the creator of all capital. Wealth is but me stored up. I am sometimes overdone, voluntarily by the ambitious, and involuntarily by the oppressed. But in moderation, I am the very oxygen of the able-bodied. I am the mother of democracy. All progress springs from me. The person who is bad friends with me can never get very far and stay there. The person who is good friends with me, who is not afraid of me, can go, who can tell how far. Who am I? What am I? I am work. So now get started. The Inspirational Living podcast is a production of The Living Hour. For free transcripts of our podcast, please go to livinghour.org. If you enjoy our podcast, please consider becoming a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, which will ensure that we can continue our podcast for years to come. To become a patron, please visit patreon.com. That's patreon.com. Simply do a quick search for the Inspirational Living Podcast at patreon.com to find our Patreon page and learn more, including the free gifts we offer to every patron. Subscribe to our free podcast today at the iTunes Store or at Google Play, or at Stitcher.com. Thank you for listening. We look forward to being with you next time.